Hey, this is Mark Keffer, owner of Kefficient. Today we want to go through a list of questions that you should ask a company before you hire them for your crawl space encapsulation. Number one, companies are, they're popping up everywhere, and we're finding that a lot of these companies that are doing crawl space encapsulations aren't even licensed. There's a website, it's called DPOR License Lookup through the state of Virginia. You can look up the company and see if they actually have a contractor's license. You don't want somebody that's unlicensed doing work on your home. The second question you're going to want to ask is, are they insured? Not just general liability. A lot of these companies aren't even carrying insurance, but you want to verify that they actually have general liability. They have workman's compensation to cover the workers on your property, so if somebody gets hurt, you're not left paying the bill for that. And also, if mold remediation is part of your project, you're going to want to know that they have what's called pollution insurance or mold insurance, that they're actually covered to do the remediation at your home. The third question, are they certified to do the work that they're proposing at your home? If they're doing mold remediation as part of this project, if you're encapsulating your crawl space and they found that you have active mold growth in the crawl space, are they certified through an organization such as the IICRC, which means they have the training and the skills to perform the work that they're proposing? So I would ask, are you certified in mold remediation? And the standard or the standards are written by the IICRC. So it's really important just to check to see if they actually have the training and the skills to perform the remediation at your home as part of your project. Another question you might want to ask, are they a company that's actually experts in what they're doing? Or is this a company that does a bunch of other stuff like siding and roofing or plumbing or what have you, and they just dabble in the crawl space to make extra money for the company? I personally would want to hire somebody that does this every single day, and that's what we do here at Kefficient. So make sure that this is something that they do every single day. Their guys are trained in crawl space encapsulation, in mold remediation, things like that. Another question, crawl space encapsulations. They require a permit in our areas. I believe all the localities now require a permit if you are going to do an encapsulation. So the question you want to ask is, are you pulling a permit from the city or county in which you live in? It's really important to protect yourself and make sure that they are pulling a permit. And if they're not a licensed contractor, they can't pull a permit. Another question to ask is, how are you remediating the mold in the crawl space? Are they spraying a chemical and going to tell you that, hey, that's going to kill the mold? Are they doing something to physically remove it? As part of that process, the insulation needs to come out so that you can do a proper mold treatment and cleaning. A lot of companies are just treating the exposed joist below the insulation. They're not taking the insulation out and disposing of it. So you're going to have mold in the insulation. You're going to have it on the sides of the joist that the insulation covers, and you're also going to have it on the subfloor most likely. That's typically what we find when we remove the insulation. So you're paying a lot of money to have this work done. You want to make sure that they're going to do a thorough job of cleaning and removing any mold that you have in your crawl space. So as part of the encapsulation process, you're going to be putting in a dehumidifier 99 times out of 100. So who's installing the electrical outlet? Is it a licensed and insured electrician who's pulling a permit from the locality for that outlet? That's something that you want to check as well. Most companies that do crawl space encapsulations are not electricians. So we have to bring in electrical contractors that we trust to put these outlets in for our customers. So just make sure that they're using a licensed and insured electrician for that part of the project. Another thing you'll want to do is check their reviews. You know, do some research online and just see what other people are saying about the company. You know, do they have a good reputation? Do they stand behind their work and the products? That's really important. Lastly, what I would ask is what kind of warranties do they offer? There are several companies that do offer warranties, and they vary greatly. We find that, like us, some of the bigger players provide a 25-year warranty on the encapsulation, where others are not providing a warranty at all. Some of them will provide you with a 1-year warranty on workmanship, things like that. So it's really important to know, you know, how is that company going to handle it when you call and say there's a problem in the crawl space? Was it under warranty? Is it covered? And really read the language to see what's covered. Are they covering the mold? For instance, if you do an encapsulation and a year later it's discovered you've got mold on some of your joists, how are they going to handle that? That's a question you want to ask and be informed about, and not find out about it a year later when you discover there's a problem. You want to hire a company that's going to stand behind what they do and offer a really strong warranty. Thank you for following along. If you should have any questions, please reach out to us at 804-318-5002. We'd love to come out and meet with you, do a free inspection, and just walk you through our process, what you can expect from Kefficient if you decide to hire us. We'd love to have that privilege.